Good morning, positive minds. How are you? Welcome back to Workouts with Elle. And today I have a quick question before we get to our workouts. Would you rather people to consider you as a good person, or a bad person? Me, I don't want to be a good person, no. I don't also want to be a bad person, no. Too much work, oh. I just want to be a person. So, where is the question coming from? To some people, the scale of goodness, to actually to all people, the scale of goodness varies. So, what do I mean? Mm, to one person, if you gave them some water on a hot summer day, they'll consider you a goddess. They'll worship at your altar and they'll sing to the villages and to the towns the way you're a good person. But to another person, it will take you to go to your account, especially after you just made your billions. Go to your account, empty that account of the billions, give that money to them, then you'll be a good person. Same applies to being a bad person. To someone you might just tell them, like if they're wrong, just tell them, by the way, what you did is not nice. And you're a bad person because in their heads they're perfect. And to another person, maybe it would take you to like kill them to be a bad person. Scales of goodness and badness vary in each and every person's life. It's a, it's just the truth. So you can only be a person at the end of the day. You can only be you, and you being a person is a mixture of the good and the bad. In this life, you need to set standards and stick to your standards. No, if you're a servant, form a clique of servants and be happy being a servant. Serve your nature, serve God, serve whatever you want to serve. If you're a warrior, fight and form a clique of warriors, soldiers, and fight for whatever you think you deserve or whatever you believe in. If you're a rebel, do the same. If you're a queen, like a Lycian, form a clique of queens and don't settle for anything less. Whether you give donations to a nation or you give donations to a person or you give donations to a person in the streets, your opinion in people's minds will always be an opinion in their minds. What matters is what you believe you are, who you think you are, and what you know you're doing with yourself. Others, it doesn't really work, eh? In this world, you find like 99% they'll say so many weird, diverse things about you. But there's that 1% because God is gracious and God is good. There's always going to be that 1%. Whether you're good, whether you're bad, they'll stick. They'll stick closer than a brother. They will love you through thick and thin, especially my mommy. Shout outs to you, mommy. I love you. And look for those people who see your value, who understand you, who don't want you to bend your back backwards, who don't want you to do so many things so that you can fit into their lives, who just take you as you are, appreciate you as you are, and show you each and every single day of your life that you're enough. Just being who you are, you're enough. Because anyway, life is hard as it is. There's so many other things that we cannot now start bending our backs for the sake of others. We need to know that from the moment that sperm won and became the baby who became you and became me, that is the validation that we need in life. That is the winning. That is the being shujaa. That is the shujaa. That is the warrior. That is the winning that we deserve in this life. Everything else will flow. Just let it flow. Surrender and let it flow. So I think I'm diving too deep into this. But all this came from a point some lady told me. I made a new friend and shout out to you, Mama Roman. The first thing this lady told me is that, when I saw you, the first thing that clicked to my mind is that you're a great woman. And I think everybody likes hearing positive things about themselves. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm a great woman. But then later I was sat by myself and I was like, Is it the dress I was wearing? Is it how I was walking? Is it how I talked to her? What exactly made this person say I'm a great person? Then I also put myself in a different position. Sometimes it's good to look at the coin from head and look at the coin from the tails perspective. So I sat and I was like, what if the same lady told me, the first thing I saw when I saw you is that you're a very confused woman. So I was like, okay, what would be my reaction to that? Okay, when she said I'm great, I was happy. But if she said, when I saw you, I saw a confused person, what would it feel to me? Of course, I'd feel bad, but because I'm a grown woman, I'd sit by myself and I'd be like, why did this person tell me I'm confused? And with this confusion of mine, how can I get rid of it, or how can I make myself a better person? What can I do? So be a person. You are more than enough to the people who matter. You do not have to work so hard to validate yourself. You do not have to do so much for people or for anyone. You're enough. Even in God's eyes, you're enough. And just enjoy being enough, and everything else will flow, and your cup will floweth over. Just being content and being happy. That's all we can actually do. Everything else ni ya Mungu iaje. So let's work out. Ow. How do I get up? So that's Workout with Elle. You're more than enough. You don't need anyone to tell you anything less. You're a shujaa. You're a winner. You're a positive mind. And Listen loves you. So till next time, bye-bye. Comment, subscribe, share, and let's grow the Listen family. Ciao.